Hello there. Welcome to the group. My name is Anjanette Curry, owner of PVS Financial Coaching and Services. And today, in this group, we're going to talk about a couple of things. As I promised, this is week six. Week six, guys, we're going to go over a couple of letters that's in our 724 group, Facebook group. I wanted to talk about a couple of letters that you may have had questions about and you just didn't know how to ask the questions. So we're going to go over five letters, five important letters that you need that I have listed in the file. But I wanted to talk about those to kind of give some brief descriptions. What letter you should write first, what letter you should write second, third, and then last. So week five, if you look at the page here, week five, we're here. Now, this is my 724 Facebook group. If you have not joined or if you know someone that needs to join, please send them the link or tell them to look us up uh, in the search tab on Facebook 724, and then they can request to join the group and I will approve this group. Again, I am giving credit information for free. I am showing you how to dispute creditors, dispute collection agencies, and to dispute write-offs. I'm showing you how to fix your own credit for free now. This is something that I charge people for, but if you're willing to do the work, like I'm laying it all out there. I'm telling you everything that I do. Yes, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of writing. It's a lot of letters, and that's why the credit repair agencies charge what they charge, because it's a lot of time. We put in a lot of time to get your credit score where it needs to be. We have to write the letters ourselves. We have to respond back and forth. There's a lot of things that go on with disputing creditors. So, guys, let's get started. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to kind of give a brief overview of the letters and explain what they are so you can have a better understanding on what to send, why you're sending the letters that you're sending, and hopefully that will help you feel more comfortable when you're typing your letters and mailing them off. Now, last week we talked about how to dispute collection and charge off. I went over the collection letters and then the charge off, and then I had a video that I posted also kind of explaining those. So if you have not looked in Unit 5, you need to go in and look in Unit 5. And then Unit 4, we talked about how to read the credit results from the credit bureaus. Guys, like I said, this is free information that you pay for. I am giving it to you for free. All you have to do is just, do the work. Now, as they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So I'm putting the information out there for you guys to dispute your own creditors, dispute your own collection agencies, to fix your own credit report. All you have to do is just be disciplined enough and do the work. All right, so let's get started. And again, this is my Facebook page that I created, and it's separated by units. If you go to 724, right now we are on week six. Week one, I showed you how to request your credit report. Showed you, I even added the letters. All you had to do was put your personal information in there. Week two, I showed you how to construct the letters. I added the letters. I add sample letters, and then I gave you the bonus letter expanded edition that has like 30 something letters in there that you would need depending on your situation. It could be, disputing erroneous information, disputing a number or something that's on there. All those letters are in there, guys. All you have to do is just join the group. I got everything. I'm telling you everything. Unit 3, what to do while waiting on response from the credit bureaus. Instead of just sitting there waiting 30 days, I'm telling you what to do while you're waiting on a response from the credit bureau. Okay. And then unit 4 is how to read my credit results from the credit bureau. So when you get your results back, and they tell you that something has been validated or something has been removed, I posted a video of a sample one that I have, a sample credit response that I received from a credit bureau. I posted that in unit 4. So all you have to do is just click on unit 4, watch the video, and then do what it say do. Okay. And then unit 5 last week was how to dispute collections and charge off. Again, I added a video to that. So guys, just all you have to do is just look at the units, follow the units. They are step by step, and it will help you tremendously. I'm telling you, I'm giving the secret sauce. I'm laying it all out there. I am telling you guys step by step on what to do. So there should not be any fear of fixing your own credit. Okay, so we're gonna start on week 6. This is week 6, and I have five letters that I'm going to talk about today. They are very important letters, and I'm going to list them step step 1, the first letter, the second letter, the third letter. So I'm listing them in a row of the way that you should write them. So I'm hoping that this will help with the questions that you have. So the first letter you should do is look on your credit report. Once you request your credit reports from the credit repair bureaus, you're gonna get one from TransUnion. You're gonna get one from Experian. You're gonna get one from Equifax. I want you to sit down and look at those credit reports. Um, and I want you to check your name. If you have some names on there that are not spelled correctly as is on your social security card and your birth certificate, you need to have those removed. If you have some old phone numbers, you need to have those removed. If you have some old addresses that are not linked to you anymore, you need to have those removed. Your social security number. If you look at the social security numbers that they have, and if you see something that is different, that is not correct, you can have those numbers removed. If they're not linked to any accounts that you have, you can have that information removed. Okay. So this is the actual letter that I send to the credit bureau for customers that I have. And what you do, this is the change of address or change of information, um, personal information on your credit report. So Equifax, this one is to Equifax, but you will write a letter to Equifax, you will write a letter to Experian, and then you will write a letter to TransUnion. So you will put your information here, you're dated, and then dear Equifax, dear TransUnion, or whichever one it is. My correct name is, and you will spell your first and last name as it is on your social security and birth certificate, okay? My correct address is, type your current address here, what address you have now. My correct social is, type your social here, and then phone number. My correct phone number is, and then you will type your phone number here. Okay, I forgot to add that there, but you get the point. You know what I'm talking about. So this is the actual letter that I have in the file under the 724 tab. So all you do is just pull up this letter, and you can change this however you like. If you okay with whatever it says, then you can use this one, or you can change it. Uh, but what I say is here, according to the Fair Credit Act, it is my right to ask you to update, remove, uh, and correct data. I would say instead of ask, request. So you can change this the way you feel, but just don't, put mean stuff in there. Don't say anything crazy. we're trying to get them to change the information. We're not trying to piss them off and, say crazy stuff. What it doesn't supposed to be on my credit report. I need you to remove it. No, no. Okay. So we want to be professionals, and we want to send a professional letter that will get results. So the purpose of this is to send a professional letter and to get things updated or deleted. Okay. So this is the change of personal information. Right here in red, I got don't forget to update your driver's license. This is very important. A lot of you guys send your driver's license, social security card, and it has the old address. It doesn't have your new updated address. Oops, oops, oops. How many of you have um, thought about changing, updating your driver's license? Probably none of y'all. Well, most of y'all have. Most people do. I'll say 50%. 50% of people, when they move, they change their driver's license. They update their driver's license to show the current address. So always when you move, change addresses, make sure you go and update your driver's license. That is very important because a lot of businesses look at the address on your driver's license and that's what they use. That's the same thing with the credit bureaus. When you have to add your social security card and driver's license anytime you send a letter. Make sure you send a copy of your social security card and your driver's license so they can see that it is you that is requesting this information. Okay. Never send a letter without a copy of your driver's license and social security card because sometimes they'll respond, and then sometimes they'll say, we don't know if this is you. Can you please send us this information so we can verify this is really you that's requesting this information. So instead of having them to send you the letter, just go ahead and send a copy of your driver's license and your social security card. Okay. Make sure your driver's license has the updated address. You don't want to send a copy of your driver's license with an old address and then they can associate the old address because it's on your driver's license. Remember that. Okay. So this is the change of address or change of personal information letter that you send. Uh, you will hand sign. I would say hand sign and then put your social and then your date of birth here. Okay. All right. So that is the first letter that you send. And then once it usually they have. Let me say this. Okay. They have up to 30 days to respond to your request. So once you send this letter, wait on a response from them. Do not send the debt verification letter right after you send this letter. Wait until you get a response from them to see what they say, to see what they can remove and what they can't remove. They will tell you what they have removed and what they can't remove. And I think what they can't remove, if a name is associated with a current account that you have that you are paying on, then they can't remove that name even if if it's not spelled correctly. I don't think that they can remove that account if you are currently paying on that account. Now, if it's an old account, they can remove it. But if you are currently paying on that account, I don't think they can remove it because it is a current account and you're making payments on it. So they can't delete it because you're actually paying on the account. So remember that, guys. Remember that. I hope that helped. The next letter we have is going to be our debt verification letter to the credit bureaus. There are two debt verification letters. The first one is the one we send to the credit bureaus, and then the second one is the one we send to the collection agencies. So this one is the one that we send to the credit bureaus. You will list your name, address, social, date of birth. You will put the credit bureau name. Of course, it will be three separate letters. Okay. One would be to TransUnion, one would be to Equifax, and then the other one would be to Experian. And all you're doing, you don't change any of this information. Okay? None of that. You would just put the name of your account, whichever what shows up on the Experian. Then this one says to who? TransUnion. Okay. Whatever accounts that you're disputing that shows up on the TransUnion account, look at your TransUnion account. See which ones that you're disputing, and you're going to list it here. Then you're going to go back. Experian, you're going to do the same thing. Look on your Experian credit report. Whatever you are disputing, I want you to write those accounts. Now, don't put something that's in TransUnion and it's not in Experian, and then you're putting it here. Okay, you're only putting whatever account that is associated with this credit bureau. Okay, so you have to look at your credit reports and see which account is for which credit bureau. Okay, a lot of times I've seen people put all of them. They look at one credit report and just put whatever they see on that one credit report. Now, TransUnion may show five uh, creditors, and then Equifax may show three creditors. And a lot of times, your creditors or collection agencies, they only report to one credit bureau, and then you have some that report to all three credit bureaus. So that's why there's a discrepancy in the accounts when you look at TransUnion, Equifax, and then Experian, because they some companies only report to one credit bureau. So remember that. And if it's on one credit bureau and not on the other one, like if it's on TransUnion and then you don't see it in the Experian, then that means that company is only reporting to TransUnion. It's not reporting to the other two. So that's how you could tell. Um, I always say try to get your letters notified. If you can't get certified signatures with signatures, try to get your letters notified. And you can, I'm sorry, I need to take that out. You can go to the bank, your banker that you bank with, and you can get letters notarized for free. Remember that. I always get stuff notarized all the time, and I go to my bank and I get it done for free. I don't pay for notarization to get things notarized because I can get it done at my bank. And I always tell my clients, if you need to get something notarized, go somewhere where you can get it done free. Usually banks would do it for free. I think they'll do like 3 documents a month or something like that. Some of them have a limit, some of them don't have a limit. But just check with your bank first before you go out and pay a notary, because most banks can do it for free. So this is the debt verification letter that you send to the credit bureaus. All this information is going to stay the same. The only thing that you're changing is um, your personal information, the date, the credit bureau information, and then you sign here. You type your name here, and then you sign here. And then now you only sign, don't, if you're getting this through a notary, getting this done through a notary, don't sign until you get to the notary, because they're gonna want to see you sign it. You have to sign it in their presence before they do the notary. So before, don't sign this here until you get to the notary or to your bank, and then they'll tell you to sign it, and then they'll fill out this part. Okay. All right. So this is the second letter. This is your debt verification letter that you're going to send to the credit bureau. And then once you receive information from this letter, They have up to 30 days to respond to you. Okay, remember that. So it may take a couple weeks before you get a response, but they do have 30 days to respond to you. When you get the response back, it will tell you go back in week 4, I believe. Go back in the group and look under week 4, and I show you what to look for when they send that response back. They'll tell you, what's been validated, what's been removed. So in week 4, I tell you um, how to look at that report, to look at what they send you, the response report that they send back to you. Okay, so this is the second letter. The third letter is going to be the debt verification letter to the credit bureaus. Now, once you get the response back from the credit bureau and it tells you the accounts that has been verified, and if it's a collection agency and you want to dispute that, then this is the letter that you send to the collection agency. Now, okay, now what it does is just telling them that, okay, you said that you verified it through the credit bureaus. I want to know how you verified it, because from my understanding, I owed AT&T. I don't have a contract with you. So how did you get my debt? How did you come to the point or understanding that I owe you and I haven't talked to you? We haven't signed um a letter verifying that I owe you. I haven't given you permission to pull my information. So how did you get my information, for one? So there's a lot of things that you have to ask them that they have to answer. Okay. And so this letter is just sending it to the collection agencies to say, hey, what's the money that you say I owe you? Explain and show me how you calculated what you say I owe you. Provide me with copies of any papers that show that I agreed to pay you. That I agreed to say that I was going to pay you. Provide a verification or copy of any judgment if applicable. Identify the original creditor. So you identify the original creditor. What agreement that we have, it was you bought it from the original creditor. You didn't buy it from me, so that don't mean that I owe you. So, there's questions, legal questions that you can ask, and they have to answer those questions. So this would be to the companies that came back and said that they verified it. This is the letter that you send to the collection agencies and other companies. Okay. So this information right here, you don't change. The only thing you're changing, you're updating, is your name and then the collection agency information, your account number, and that's it. Everything else in the letter you keep, and then you sign it. And I always tell people to hand sign. Hand sign it, and always attach a copy of your driver's license, your updated driver's license, and social security card. Okay. Make sure you always attach a copy of your updated driver's license, social security card. Okay. That's the third letter. Let's look at the fourth letter. This is the pay to delete letter. I always tell my customers, if you owe a debt that's $300 and less, pay it off. Pay it off. If you do a pay to delete letter, you can get it to where you can make 4 or 5 payments, and just pay it off. This is an actual letter that I sent, and I had an account. I did a pay to delete letter and they accepted it. Now, sometimes some companies won't accept it. It depends, or they'll come back and give a counter offer. Like you say, I want 30%. They'll say we can only give you 20% discount at this rate. And then it's up to you, to accept that, or you can counter offer back and say, no, I can't afford that. This is what I'm offering you. Either you can accept this, or I'm not going to be able to pay the debt. So I am trying to, are you refusing this payment? Because I am offering a payment to you. And if you are refusing this payment, then, I need to know if you're refusing this payment. So yeah. So here you put your information there, the collection agency information here, the date, and then the reason is the name of the account. It could be AT&T, Comcast. It could be a medical bill. It could be um, uh, a charge off on a car or something like that. And then the debt that's referenced on the account is $92 is what I have. So you're going to change all this information here. And then here I put this on mine. And then I put all this information here. And then this is the information you're going to change. Okay. Now you can word this however you like. This is what I said. You are more than welcome to use what I said, but it's up to you. If you want to change it, you can. But never ask them to delete an account because they can't. And I know I've heard some people say, well, I hear people say they get their account deleted all the time. But in a letter, you never ask them to delete in a letter. You ask them to update your account. And the next letter is a goodwill letter, and we're going to discuss that. So here is the terms of the agreement that I've said. I say I am willing to pay $32.20 a month for 2 months, which will make the total $64.40. I am asking for a 30% discount in return for your agreement to remove all information regarding this debt from the credit reporting agencies within 10 calendar days. Now, never agree to pay off a debt unless they agree to remove it off your credit report. If it is a debt that is showing up on your credit report, never agree to pay a debt unless they say in writing that they will remove it off your credit report once it is paid. Okay. And then you give them 10 calendar days to remove that amount, to remove that information, derogatory information off your credit report. Okay, remember that. Okay, so read over this, and it gives the stipulations. And of course, you're going to change this information here. You're going to change this information here. And let's see here also. So read through this letter, and you'll know where you need to put your information. Okay. Here they have, if I don't receive a postmark response within 30 days, I will withdraw the offer and challenge this debt with my local court. So what this is saying is if they don't accept this, if they don't respond, if they choose not to respond, that is fine. Then you go back and you do a debt verification letter. Okay. You do a debt verification letter. If they don't accept this, then you go back and you ask them to verify the account. You give them a hard time. You keep asking them to verify the account, and then after a while, they're going to send you something and say, hey, look, we'll offer you 50% off if you just go ahead and pay this account off. And if they offer you 50%, you go, hey, send it to me in writing. I want it removed off my credit report. If you send that to me in writing, I will accept it and make sure you remove it off my credit report. Make sure that they send you an email or something in writing. Do not make an agreement over the phone because they will retract and say that they did not offer you those terms. Okay. So you don't want to get stuck in the mud. You don't want to do no type of transactions over the phone. You tell them to send you an email or a letter outlining the contract that they're asking, the agreement, outlining the agreement. Okay. So this is what we call a pay to delete letter, and what you're doing is just paying off the debt. In return, they will delete it off your credit report. And like I said, anything that's $300 and less, go ahead and pay it off. Go ahead and offer to pay it off. If you can, go ahead and offer to pay it off. That way, you'll get it removed. And I don't like to dispute something that I know my clients can pay off. If I know that they can pay it off within a couple months, I just tell them to go ahead and pay it off. And then I dispute the big stuff. That way I spend my time on something that counts. All right, so this is the fourth letter. And then the last letter we have is Goodwill letter. This is, let's see, I think I sent this letter to Synchrony Bank. I had a late payment in December, and that was around the time I was moving. Sorry, my voice is getting cracked. I need some water. That was around the time that I was moving, and I had a lot of stuff that I was paying. I was getting stuff cut on, and so I didn't quite have the money to pay them, and so I was late. I was actually a month late, but I paid like six payments after that on time. So what I did was the 6 month after I made that sixth payment, I sent a goodwill letter to Synchrony and asked them to update my account to show that it was in good standing. Never asked them to remove because they cannot remove an account. And that's where a lot of people get messed up at, because they will call and say, well, I need you to delete this account off my credit report, or delete a late payment off my credit, delete a late payment off my credit report. They can't delete a payment uh, off your credit report, but they can update a payment. Okay. So choose your words wisely when you're talking to these creditors. Please, professional manner. Never ask a company to delete, when you're sending a goodwill letter, never ask them to delete a late payment. Ask them to update a late payment. Okay. And what I said was, I am writing a letter about my experience with Synchrony Financial that is a mixture of a grateful thank you and a pressing request concerning my care credit trade line in my credit files that I would like to have revised. I never said deleted, okay? Revised. And then I go in and list my situation, what happened, what took place. I said all of this put me in a financial strain on me, and I fell behind on my bills. After I had the procedure done and was able to return to work, I got caught up on my bills and started making on time payments every month. I wanted to show that I was able to pay my bills on time. This is important, people. This is important. It's all about how you word things, okay? I started working more hours. La la la. Okay, I have currently paid off all of my credit card debt. Okay, and they can look at your credit report and see that. Okay, I am trying to rebuild my credit in preparation to purchase a home. I have been able to show that I am capable of responsible credit management as reflected on my credit records. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I made a couple of on-time payments. After I missed that payment, I made a couple of on-time payments so they can see that I am trying to rebuild my credit. I'm trying to do right. Okay. So I said, I'm requesting that you give me a second chance as a positive credit rating for revising the one late payment that was reported to the credit bureau in January. I never said remove or delete. Okay. This is so important when you're writing letters to these companies. You have to know what to say. And don't get upset when you're talking to them over the phone. Always request for something in writing. Never agree to pay anything. Never agree to a debt. Hey, I don't know about that. I don't know if I don't remember that account. Can you send me something to show me that I have an account with you, or that I agreed to pay that, because I don't remember that account. So, just say things like that. And so they have to send you a debt verification letter. So they have to send you something to verify that it was you. All right. So, and I would say about 2 months later, um I got an update. I think it was my Equifax. I got an update. I got an email saying that an account was updated. And what they did was they took that late payment off, and well, they updated my account to reflect that I was in good standing. So I no longer have that late payment. That derogatory late payment that's on my credit report is no longer there. So just choose your words wisely when you're talking to these creditors, and just be professional. Um, that's all I have, guys. I just wanted to go over the 5 most important letters that you write. I wanted to kind of explain those to you. I hope I help in a way to make you more comfortable when you're writing your letters. And as always, if you need help, reach out to me. I am available. I am here. Um, and all the information that I'm giving you is for free, guys. It's for free. So if you have a friend, relative, co-worker, church member, anybody that need assistance with fixing their own credit, send them to the 724 Facebook group and just tell them to follow the units. All they have to do is go unit by unit, and it'll show them exactly what to do. Again, this is unit 6. We went over the 5 most important letters that you write, and I also I wanted to end this video by this training by offering you, for those of you that don't have the time to fix your credit, and you just don't want to dive into it, but you know you need your credit fixed, and you know you need help. So what I am offering is I do offer credit repair services, and I am backed by the Better Business Bureau, and I'm also a certified minority woman owned small business in the state of Mississippi. Yay! So my services, like I said, is of quality. um, I make sure that you get what all the benefits that you need. I make sure things get removed. I take care of your account, and I don't prolong it a year, 2 years, 3 years like other companies do. I go ahead and dispute what I need to dispute, get it done. Sometimes I can get it done in 6 months. Sometimes it may take 9 months. It depends on how they respond back. Sometimes it may take 1 or 2 letters. Sometimes it may take 4 or 5 letters. So I've gotten results either way. I have gotten every client that I have worked with, I have raised their credit score within 3 months. If they do everything that I ask them to do, if they follow the instructions that I give them, their credit score has raised within 3 months. Okay. So the services that I'm offering right now, I have a pay as you go. You pay $99 up front, and then $56 a month for 9 months. Or you could pay the flat rate, which is $150 off of the $600. So you would just pay $450, and that will include the $99 processing fee, and then the 9 months of credit repair disputes. Now, it tells you what it includes. It includes 9 months of credit repair. Um, I would dispute all collections and items on your credit report that needs to be disputed, and then I will help give you information on how to boost your credit score, how to raise your credit score. So within the in the 724, I asked the people in the group to save $1,000. And the purpose of saving that $1,000 is that we're going to put that $1,000 to work to raise their credit score. I'm going to show them things that they can put that $1,000 in to raise their credit score. So if you are not part of the 724 group, you need to be part of it. It is on Facebook. Guys, look me up and join that group, okay? Now, again, this includes the 9 months of the credit repair. I will dispute all collections. I will boost your credit score. That's what the $1,000 is for. And then I will help you create your financial game plan. The financial game plan is I set you up to become financially stable. So we create a budget. We create the accounts, where we separate your money. So we have a bill account, we have a groceries account, we have a savings account, we have a dream account. So I show you how to separate those. I show you how to invest, to start investing in 401ks. I show you how to buy life insurance. If you don't have life insurance, I show you the entities on how to buy life insurance. I show you how to create a side hustle. I mean, guys, this is amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. How to make extra money. Create a side hustle so you can make extra money so you can pay your bills down. Um, we are trying to get our life in order. We're trying to become financially stable. Yes, it's going to take a lot of work to get this done, but we can get it done, people. We can get it done. All you have to do is discipline yourself and do what you need to do and watch your credit score go up. That's what I say. Follow the units, follow the instructions in the unit, and watch your credit score go up. That's all you have to do. So thank you guys for joining me today, watching the tutorial, and I really appreciate everything. Reach out to me if you need assistance. I am available. My email address is anjanette.curry, ANGENETT CURRY @gmail.com. My phone number is 662-372-6225, and my website is Prospective, Prospective VS.com. Prospectivevs.com. All right, guys. Nice talking to you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Y'all have a blessed evening. Good night.